Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Casey Pope, and you're brought to you by Grows Physics. Alright, so right in front of you is a RubeGoldberg project. In this project, we were given the option to either create a theoretical RubeGoldberg or a physical RubeGoldberg. I decided to go with the theoretical one because I believed in my eyes that it was easier to do and much more simpler. So right here is the story, or the RubeGoldberg itself. What's going to happen is later on this presentation, I'm going to explain all the energy transfers that occur in this RubeGoldberg. Alright, let's begin then. Alright, so a nuclear reactor produces a great amount of heat, and then what's going to happen is the water is going to cool the reactor. Eventually, the water will become hot enough that the water will turn into steam, and then the steam will power then a steam turbine. The steam turbine will then generate electricity, and then the electricity from the steam turbine will be outputted through some type of electrical copper cable, and then that will be powering a high voltage spotlight. Then what's going to happen is the spotlight is going to be pointed at a magnifying glass, and then the magnifying glass will magnify the heat from the spotlight, and then the heat produced from the spotlight will be able to spark the wick of a firecracker. And then after that, what's going to happen is the firecracker will explode when the burning wick reaches the gunpowder that is packed inside of the firecracker. Then the firecracker shall explode due to a violent chemical reaction, and then this violent reaction will create a sound, scaring the cats away. Alright, so the first energy transfer, nuclear to heat energy. So what's going to happen is the nuclear reactor is going to generate heat. The reason is because atoms, when they combine, they have to release off heat. And then what's going to happen is all the heat that is produced from this nuclear reactor is going to start boiling the water that is cooling down the nuclear reactor. And what's going to happen then is it's going to produce steam. So now we're in the second energy transfer, heat to mechanical. What's going to start happening is the steam is going to enter the steam turbine, and then the steam turbine will start to spin just because the high pressure of steam that is being produced, it will start to spin it. The third energy transfer, mechanical to electricity. This picture right here is a good example of how a steam turbine works. Alright, so in this transfer, what's going to happen is the steam turbine is going to spin due to the high pressure of steam, and then the turbine is going to start spinning, and so does the generator. And when the generator starts spinning, it creates electrical energy. So in this next energy transfer, it's going to be electricity to light energy. Electricity is produced by the steam turbine, and then the electricity is going to be traveling through a circuit. And then what's going to happen is that electricity that's produced is going to be powering a spotlight. So in the fifth energy transfer, light to heat, what's going to start happening is it's going to be pointed at a magnifying glass, the spotlight. And what's the reason that is because spotlights generate heat, and that's because when electricity to light is occurring, when a light is produced due to electricity, there is some heat that does escape the light energy transfer, and that's why it radiates heat. And then what's going to happen is magnifying glass will magnify the heat produced by the spotlight, increasing the temperature. So in the sixth energy transfer, heat chemical. So what's going to happen is after it's under the magnifying glass, the firecracker wick will ignite due to the spotlight heat magnified by the magnifying glass. And then what's going to happen is the wick's going to burn all the way up to the packed gunpowder, and then the gunpowder will ignite. So in the seventh transfer, chemical to potential. So the reason it's potential energy is because it's all stored inside the gunpowder. When this gunpowder ignites, it will create a large chemical reaction, and then it'll explode, creating a sound, which is explained in this one. Alright, potential to kinetic. Wick ignites gunpowder. So that means the gunpowder inside the firecracker will ignite, and then creates a violent chemical reaction. So in the final energy transfer, kinetic to sound. When the gunpowder starts to explode, it's going to create a loud sound, and this is happening because the chemical reaction of the fire igniting the gunpowder. And this is the full explanation of my Rube Goldberg. And here is where the work society. These are the web pages I used. And thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.